Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Allahu Akbar,
Alhamdulillah nahmaduhu wa nasta'inuhu wa nastaghfiruh wa nu'minu bihi wa natawakkalu alayhi wa na'udhu billahi min shururi anfusina wa min sayyiati a'malina man yahdihillahu fala mudilla lahu wa man yudlilhu fala hadiya lahu wa nashhadu an la ilaha illallah wahdahu la sharika lahu wa nashhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluh. أما بعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وسارعوا إلى مغفرة من ربكم وجنة أرضها السماوات والأرض أعدت للمتقين الذين ينفقون في السراء والضراء والكاظمين الغيظ وعافين عن الناس والله يحب المحسنين. Sadaqallahu al-Azim. Dear brothers and sisters, we have just gone through 1 month of rigorous training during the month of Ramadan. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said the purpose of getting that 1 month full rigorous training is, as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has mentioned, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, Kutiba alaykumus siyamu kama kutiba alal ladhina min qablikum la'allakum tattaqun. That this fasting has been prescribed for you as it was prescribed for the prior people, Jews, Christians and others. And the purpose of that is la'allakum tattaqun, so that you can become muttaqi. If we did not gain taqwa during the month of Ramadan, all this training, fasting, having Tarawih prayers, reading the Quran, because that's the month of the Quran, And the importance Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala put up that Shahru Ramadan alladhi unzila fihi al-Quran. This is the month of Ramadan which we reveal the Quran. Hudal lin-nas, which is guidance for mankind. Then a clear-cut guidance towards the right path. And Furqan, the criterion of right and wrong. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, Inna anzalnahu fi Laylatul Qadr. We reveal this Quran in Laylatul Qadr, the night of power. And then also try to make us understand, Ma adraka ma Laylatul Qadr. What make you understand what Laylatul Qadr is? Laylatul Qadr khayrun min alfi shahr. That Laylatul Qadr is better, not equal to, better than 1,000 months, more than 83 years of your life. Why that is that powerful? Because the Quran is revealed into that. And what is our attitude with the Quran? How many times we open it for guidance? Our main problem has been through this that we read the Quran for barakah. And there is not even one ayat in the Holy Quran which saying reading the Quran you get barakah. The blessing, the barakah. Barakah is in, these are the words which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala himself, the creator of the universe, spoke, uttered. The same words which Hazrat Jibreel Amin relate to Muhammadur Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The same words that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam uttered, and same all the way through the ulama, Sahaba Ikram, Tabi'in, Taba Tabi'in and all that. That is where barakah is. To have an honor to utter the words which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala himself uttered. But Quran itself saying, Al-Quranu hudal lin-nas. Quran is the guidance for mankind. Hudal lil-muttaqeen. That guidance for muttaqis. And the whole thing was to make us muttaqi, that whole month of training. So I'm going to just read that. This is also the month of what they call the mental health. That is what celebrated the May, is month of health. And if we just follow these two verses I just recited, put in practice, we will not have any mental problems. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us the cure of everything. We are not the one using it. Now look at these approximate translation of these words. First of all, we should know that one of the beautiful name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is Al-Afu, the forgiver. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has taught us in the Quran how to forgive those people who have done injustice to us. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam practiced this throughout his life. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has mentioned it almost 35 times in the Holy Quran. And if we acquire just one characteristic of this, all of the forgiveness, we'll have a very good living over here and an excellent reward in the hereafter. Here Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, وَسَارِعُوا, rush, run, إِلَى مَغْفِرَةٍ مِّن رَبِّكُمْ, towards the forgiveness of your Rabb. وَجَنَّةٍ, and that Jannat, then paradise, أَرْضُهَا السَّمَاوَاتُ وَالْأَرْضِ. The width of that is more than the distance between heaven and earth. That's how big it is. Uiddat lil muttaqin, which we have prepared for muttaqis. Now Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, what are the three main attributes of muttaqi which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is looking in us to make us eligible for that paradise, the width of which is more than the distance between the heaven and the earth. Allazina, those people, yunfiquna fi sarra'i wa dharra'i, who spend in the path of Allah, whether they are in prosperity or adversity, whether they are rich or they are poor, they are having good time or they have bad time. Spending in the path of Allah is not only the money. Spending in the path of Allah is your time, your talent, your efforts, All these things we have to make a provision spending in the path of Allah. The second thing, وَالْقَاذِمِينَ الْغَيْظَ, and they control their temper. They control their anger. It's easy to lose control. It's very easy. Somebody is yelling at you, you just yell it back. If somebody is inciting you, you put your hands and all that and go beyond that. No. The muttaqi's main attribute is anybody inciting him, insulting him, calling him bad names. He keep quiet. Don't answer to that. Disregard it. Overlook it. Do not get excited. And you will see, by doing this, you will have very good life right here. How much time a person can call you bad names? Maybe one time, 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes. How long he can go? In 1 to 2 minutes, his vocabulary of bad words will gone. No more bad words. If you don't respond back, in 2 months that person is over. But if you return, if you answer back, you may be hours and hours. Islam allows discussion. Islam does not allow arguments. No, argument is not allowed in Islam. Allah already knows who is guided and who is not. You don't have to prove it. That's why he said, وَمَا عَلَى الرَّسُولِ إِلَّا الْبَلَاغُ. The only responsibility in our Rasul is to convey the message. وَمَا عَلَيْنَا إِلَّا الْبَلَاغُ. The only responsibility we have to convey the message. Not to prove anything. Allah already knows. You don't have to prove. Allah's book is the right guidance. You don't have to prove it. You just convey the message. And then third, وَآفِينَا عَنِ النَّاسِ, and they forgive other people who have done injustice to them. 3 qualities. Spending in the path of Allah. Number 2, controlling your temper. And number 3, forgiving other people. Who has done injustice to you, just forgive for the sake of Allah. You'll get that reward. When Allah subhanahu in another verse is saying, وَلْيَعْفُوا وَلْيَصْفُوا, let them forgive and let them overlook. 2 things here. وَلْيَعْفُوا, forgive other people. وَلْيَصْفَهُ, and overlook. As I was saying, somebody is calling you bad name, inciting you to get excited and fight back, okay? And overlooking that, overlooking the mistakes of others, not to pick on that. This is the quality of a believer. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, let them forgive and overlook. أَلَا تُحِبُّونَ يَغْفِرُ اللَّهُ لَكُمْ. Don't they like that Allah may forgive them? If you want Allah to forgive you, your mistakes, your sins, your shortcomings, then you got to learn to forgive other people. Wallahu Ghafur Rahim. Allah is far oft forgiving, most merciful. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala another. Surah An-Nisa, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala saying, In tubdu khairan aw tukhfuhu. If you do good deed openly or in private, aw ta'fu an su, or forgive an evil deed. Somebody has done something really bad and you forgive that. فَإِنَّ اللَّهَ كَانَ عَفُوًّا كَثِيرًا. Surely Allah is forgiving, powerful. I'm going to quote you 3-4 a hadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, just to make us understand a little bit more. عن أبي قال أن رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم قال من سره أن يشرف له البنيان, whosoever wants to have good housing in paradise, وترفع له الدرجات, and to increase his ranks, فليعفو من ظلم, let them forgive who have done injustice to them, ويؤت من حرم, and give to those who denied them. When you needed help, they refused. But if they need help, you go ahead and help them. وَيَسْلُ مَنْ قَطَعَ, and visit those people who break their relationship with you. If you want good housing in a paradise, you want your darajat to be elevated, then these three qualities should be acquired. And anyone in those three, forgiving other people who have done injustice, giving those people who denied you, and visiting those people who break their relationship with you. In another hadith, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, وَرَدَ فِي حَدِيثٍ أَنَّ رَسُولَ اللَّهِ صَلَّى اللَّهُ عَلَيْهِ وسلم قال ثلاث أقسم عليهن. There are three things Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam is swearing by. It's not a swearing of a normal person, swearing of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. What he swears the three things for? مَا نَاقَصَ مَالٌ مِّن صَدَقَةٍ. Your mal will never decrease by giving out sadaqah. When you spend in the path of Allah, your mal is not going to decrease. That's one of the swearing of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. When somebody is asked to help in the path of Allah, you got to help. And more you help, more you are going to get. Because 10 times is minimum. You can get up to 1400 times. And number 2, مَا زَادَ اللَّهُ عَبْدًا بِأَفْوٍ إِلَّا عِزًّا. And forgiving other people, the only thing you are going to get is more respect. So it will increase your respect if you forgive other people. وَمَنْ تَوَاضَعَ لِلَّهِ رَفَعَهُ اللَّهُ. Anyone who humble himself for the sake of Allah, Allah will raise his ranks. And these are the things which Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam wanted us to practice among ourselves. And Anas radiallahu ta'ala anhu, أن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم قال, Hazrat Anas radiallahu ta'ala reported that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, وَلَا تَبَاغَضُوا, do not hate one another. وَلَا تَحَاسَدُوا, do not envy one another. وَلَا تَدَابَرُوا, and do not depart from one another. وَلَا تَقَاطَعُوا, and do not break your relationship with one another. وَكُونُوا عِبَادُ اللَّهِ إِخْوَانًا, and be the brothers of each other, O the servants of Allah. وَلَا يَحِلُّ لِمُسْلِمٍ, it's not halal, it's not permissible for a Muslim أَنْ يَحْقِرَ أَخَاهُ فَوْقَ صَلَاةٍ, that he depart from his brother for more than 3 days. 3 days is the limit. If you have differences, you must reconcile those differences between these 3 days. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has also ordered that if two Muslims are at odds with each other, it's your duty to see what's causing that and reconcile their differences. These are the things which Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam had advised us, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has ordered If we practice this, inshallah, our life here will be good and will be eligible for the reward of a muttaqi, for which we have spent 1 full month of rigorous training. I'll point out a couple of other things in the second part. Pray to Allah, may Allah respond to our prayers. Innahu ta'ala jawwazun qadeem, kaleemum marikum barra'ufur rahim. Alhamdulillah, nahmaduhu wa nasta'inuhu wa nastaghfiruh wa nu'minu bihi wa natawakkalu alayhi wa na'udhu billahi min shururi anfusina wa min sayyiati a'malina man yahdihillahu fala mudilla lahu wa man yudlil fala hadiya lahu wa nashhadu an la ilaha illallah wahdahu la sharika lahu wa nashhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluh. Amma ba'd, fa'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajeem. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Inna Allaha wa malaikatahu yusalluna 'alan nabi ya أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. اللهم بارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما باركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. Brothers, please, when we come in, we make sure that there is no gap in the line in front of you. Brothers sitting in the front rows get more ajr and swab than those people sitting in the back. Please, without talking to anybody, move, close the gaps, because there are some brothers standing outside, and that's not fair, that we have a lot of space in between us and some brothers may be standing. I advise you and myself that we should take the initiative to forgive other people. I pray that we do not have jealousy, do not envy one another, we don't talk against one another, don't disdain, defame one another, and don't accuse one another. We all should be Muslims first, Muslims last, and Muslims forever. We are to help and safeguard one another. We are to protect and defend one another. We are to forgive one another for the mistakes committed by any one of us, if we want Allah to forgive our mistakes, sins, and wrongdoing. Each one of us should be busy with our own mistakes and try to correct ourselves. We should all strive to practice Islamic values, manners, and ethics to bring peace, harmony, and happiness among the Muslim community. And may Allah help us do the best we can for the sake of Allah in the best interest of the Muslim community. Dear brothers and sisters, I just wanted to remind a copy of this khutbah will be on that window, last window. You can take a copy, reference to these ayat of the Holy Quran and the hadith, and get a little bit more information. On the back of that, there